Welcome to Sweet Red Poppy. If you're new here, I'm Kimberly and I share a new crafting, sewing, or Cricut video every single week on my channel. So don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss out on all the fun. If you're a big Starbucks fan, then you've probably seen the trend of adding a vinyl decal to your cold cup. I think this is such a fun way to personalize your Starbucks cup and add a bit of personality to it. I ordered a few cups recently and then I went to try out some free designs online to make them, and I downloaded about 4 of them. I even bought one on Etsy, only to find out that none of them fit. I was pretty frustrated, to say the least, because I had wasted my time and my vinyl on files that weren't quite right. So in typical Sweet Red Poppy fashion, I measured about 1,000,000 times. I drafted and I redrafted a pattern until it was perfect without any fit issues. And of course, I'm sharing it with you today along with all of my tips and my tricks for getting a really great result. To get the files, be sure to check the info listed below this video for a link to all of the files. I've included a variety of free designs to help you make your very own personalized Starbucks cup wrap for the venti cold 24-ounce reusable Starbucks cup. If you want to see files for the hot reusable Starbucks cup, be sure to let me know in the comments below this video. These Starbucks cups are available online or also in your local Starbucks. Since they've been so popular lately, they can be a bit hard to find. I was told recently that you can ask your local Starbucks to order them for you if you happen to be having a hard time finding them. Now, you might be wondering what the big deal is with these cups. I was too. In the past, bringing in a reusable Starbucks cup into your local Starbucks would get you a 10-cent discount on your drink order. Because of coronavirus, Starbucks has banned using reusable cups in their stores. However, you can still get the discount according to Starbucks' website, which says the following. We are pausing the use of personal cups, and for here, where in our stores, we will continue to honor the 10-cent discount for anyone who brings in their personal cup or asks for here, where. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make 3 different versions with my free files. But the possibilities with these files are endless, and I'm really only touching on the surface of what's possible, so be sure to get creative and make them reflect your own personal style. Let's go ahead and get started. For this tutorial, you will need the following materials: permanent adhesive vinyl, transfer tape, a Cricut, a soft measuring tape, a Starbucks cup, a paper towel, and a Cricut scraper. Step 1. Measure and clean your Starbucks cup. With a soft, flexible measuring tape, you'll want to measure the width of the logo as well as the height. Make sure that you write down these numbers. There tends to be slight variation in the size of the Starbucks logos based on where the cup was manufactured, so you may notice a slightly different measurement on your own cup. The inside of the venti cold 24-ounce cup oval should measure 2 inches tall by 2 1/8 inch wide. Clean the Starbucks cup with a paper towel and water or alcohol to make sure that the vinyl has a completely clean base to apply to. This is going to ensure our best possible seal. Let's set our cup aside and come back to it in just a minute. Step 2. Download the SVG cut files. Begin by downloading the Starbucks decal SVG files. They will download as a zipped file. Head to your downloads to find the file and unzip it. Inside of the folder, you will find a full cup wrap with an oval cutout, a large ring with an oval cutout, a small ring with an oval cutout, and a logo oval. I've also included a variety of different holiday-themed files. Step 3. Upload SVG files to Design Space and resize the SVG cut files. Open Cricut Design Space and select New Project in the bottom left-hand corner. Click Upload. Select Upload Image and find the file under your downloads. You'll be able to select and import one file at a time. Click Save. Repeat this process to import all of your desired designs. Now click on the image you'd like to bring to your Design Space canvas under Recently Uploaded Images and click Insert Images. Now that your image is in Design Space, it's time to ensure the sizing is correct. Let's start with the personalized holiday rings. You'll notice that one of the rings is slightly larger than the other. This is just to give you more options on how large your decal is and how much of your cup it takes up. We need to make sure that the inside of the circle measures 2 1/8 inches wide. Go ahead and ungroup the images. The large circle should measure 4.39 inches wide, and the small circle should measure 3.925 inches wide. These measurements will perfectly align the decal with the edge of the Starbucks logo. If you'd like a little bit of a white space gap in between, You can increase the size of the decal slightly. You can also opt to have it overlap the logo slightly by decreasing the size. Select both the larger and the smaller ring and hit attach to join the images together for cutting. Now let's go ahead and work on the full wrap. It should measure 11.09 inches wide. Something to keep in mind when using a full wrap is that you want to double check to ensure that it's a mirrored image, meaning that it's equal on both sides. A lot of the Starbucks wraps files that are free online are not equal, and this will cause them not to fit, which can be really frustrating. You can see that this one is perfectly equal on both sides by duplicating it and then flipping it and aligning the image. Now I'm also going to show you how to make your own full wrap design. Start with the full wrap with the center cut out. Open your images on the left-hand side and search for a snowflake. I'm going to select a few different snowflakes for this project. Make sure that the snowflakes are slightly different sizes and duplicate them. Start placing them on top of the wrap using it as a guide for placement. You might have to move this around a little until you get it just right. Move the snowflakes off of the wrap and weld them together. At this point, you can go ahead and cut them as is, or you can place them back on the wrap, select both items, press slice, and you'll end up with two different wraps that you can use. If you cut it like this, you can maximize your vinyl and you'll get two wraps out of this one cut. Go ahead and press make. For this to work, you'll need to use a vinyl without any stretch to it. I'm using a holographic vinyl for this project. I like to add a little snowflake to the corner, and I'll just attach it to my files. That way, when I'm putting everything together, if I find on the back seam that there's a little bit of an open spot, I can just hand place that snowflake. Step 4, cut vinyl on your cutting machine. Place the vinyl on a green standard grip cutting mat with the paper liner facing down. Load the mat into your Cricut machine by pressing the arrow and touch the flashing Cricut button to start your cutting. Step 5, weed cut design and apply transfer tape. Once the Cricut finishes cutting the design, unload the mat and begin weeding your design. I'm going to start out with my Coffee All the Way file. Be sure to be careful with the small letters so they don't accidentally get weeded as you're working on them. Now go ahead and cut a big piece of transfer tape. You'll want it to be slightly larger than the design and apply that transfer tape to your vinyl decal. You can use your scraper to burnish the vinyl to help it transfer. Flip over the design and gently remove the paper backing from the decal. Step 6, apply the decal to the Starbucks cup. Now we're ready to apply the decal to the cup. I like to fold my transfer tape in half and gently mark the top center and the bottom of my transfer tape with a small crease. I also do that in the middle of my transfer tape, but not my vinyl. Make sure you're only doing this to your transfer tape and not the actual vinyl, as it can leave a little mark behind on the vinyl. The easiest way I've found to line everything up is to use this star as your center point at the top, and also the center of her hair as a center point for the bottom. Start by placing the middle of the design and checking to ensure that it's evenly spaced on all sides. Once it looks even, you can begin to adhere the design to the cup. Use a scraper tool to go over the entire design, pushing out any air bubbles and helping your vinyl to adhere completely to the base. Now it's time to gently peel the transfer tape away, starting at the top corner. Now you have an adorable customized holiday cup. Now let's go ahead and apply our full wrap. When applying the full wrap, cut the paper backing as close as possible to the vinyl. Peel back the vinyl from the backing until the circle cutout is revealed completely. Now I want to cut the paper backing just beyond the circle. Remove the middle section of the backing and reapply it to the vinyl. Place the vinyl on top of the cup by lining up the logo and the bottom of the vinyl with the lip of the cup. Wrap the sides around to the back to make sure that they're lining up perfectly. Now, this part is the trickiest part, and it might require you needing to apply it a few different times until you get it lining up just right. Once it's perfectly aligned, remove the paper backing. Smooth out the vinyl as you apply it in small sections so that you can avoid any air bubbles getting trapped beneath the vinyl. Now let's work on our customized full wrap. Start by removing the outside vinyl that we don't need. Next, gently remove the full cup wrap. It's best to do this very slowly and carefully. Remember, this won't work unless it's a vinyl without any stretch. Peel back the vinyl from the backing until the circle cutout is revealed completely. Cut the paper backing just beyond the circle. Remove the middle section of the backing and reapply it to the vinyl. Place the vinyl on top of the cup by lining up the logo and the bottom of the vinyl with the lip of the cup. Wrap the sides around to the back to make sure that it fits. At this point, you can go ahead and remove your paper lining and make sure that you have completely pushed out any air bubbles. Now you can use the same instructions we used earlier for the full cup wrap to apply the negative design. Here are your finished personalized cups. To care for your Starbucks cups, allow them to completely cure for 48 hours before washing or using them. This is going to allow the glue on the back of the vinyl to secure itself permanently to the cup. For extra protection, you can even cut a second layer of clear vinyl and increase the size of the design just to give it a little bit more protection. I can't wait to see what you make with these free Starbucks cup files. Don't forget to tag @SweetRedPoppy on Instagram with your cups so that I can see what you make and you can get featured in my stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode. I will see you next week for another crafty video.